Hi everyone, welcome back to Gold Fries. I've told you guys once, I told you guys twice and many times that I am a huge fan of small form factor setups. I like ITX stuff, and this is probably the smallest I have, which is the Silverstone Milo, or should I say Milo 10, or you can call it ML10. Really tiny casing, and believe it or not, it's so flexible. This is not even the smallest form yet, and let me tell you more about it right now. The ML10 comes in two sizes, of which Silverstone already bundled an additional plastic front panel and a metal top cover that allows you to switch form. In the smaller form, you sacrifice the optical drive slot and also some clearance for drives and coolers. Part of the bundle is a metal frame that sits at the top of the casing to hold additional drives. This is what it looks like with a motherboard and cooler in the system, and of course with a power delivery unit that's sold separately and is placed at the front and is connected to a power brick. I won't be doing thermal tests on this because the case is with large openings on all sides and you can mix and match to add cooling capacity. Just remember that you are unable to use any graphics card on the ML10. Basically, the strongest performance you can get is with a Ryzen CPU that has a Vega 11 GPU. Here are the configurations available as seen on the product page. I will not be configuring all the setup to follow what's seen on the page, as it takes too much effort just to emulate. The power to the casing is delivered by the AD120DC that comes with a brick that delivers 120 watts power, the power unit that is to be attached to the casing, the connection cables, and the power cord. Alright, so I've finally completed this. The cable management for this side alone took me some 20 minutes. So I'm going to share to you the challenges of using this casing so you know what you're getting into. And what I'm going to share the challenges I face is simply because I'm using a lower profile setup. So if I were to use this one, which is the higher profile, then I have a lot more space and it'll be far less challenging. Now let's start with the choice of motherboard. Initially, I wanted to use the Aorus B550i Pro AX. However, the board comes with a huge heatsink over here. It has the I/O shield built in and all that, and it has the plates on the underside, so everything makes it difficult to install into this casing. The plates at the bottom alone make it impossible to install. So I went with the ASRock B550M ITX AC. Now this board fits perfectly, and I'm using the Cooler Master Air G200P. Well, assembling it is a bit of a chore, but it's done and it looks nice. The issue I had is actually at this part, of which I am having conflict between the memory, the power connector, and the USB port, of which the USB cable is of a tough cable, and you know the USB 3 header is huge. Initially, I thought I had to sacrifice the USB 3 because this power connector is really tough to, it's either I go top or bottom, and it's in conflict. Another thought of mine is that to lose one stick of memory, but losing one stick of memory means I'm not running dual channel and it will affect the inbuilt graphics or inbuilt GPU performance. I don't want to lose that, and I don't think anyone should lose that, so 2 sticks it is. So alternatively, if you are setting up a system like this, maybe you should look for a memory without this thick heat spreader, or just remove the heat spreader. Or you can just go with a value RAM. Typically they are not without any heat spreader, and they have speeds like up to 3200 and even 3600, I think. So all these things also depends on your motherboard layout. The USB 3 connector, let's use this as an example. The position of the SATA, the position of the USB 3, and whatever else could actually affect how quick or how difficult you get everything into place. Overall, it's still fun, although challenging. It took me 20 minutes just for this part. Like what I said, initially I thought I had to sacrifice a piece of the RAM, but I don't like that. I want 16 gigs, I want dual channel. So it took a while for me to get this into place. Initially, I even routed the power cable underneath, but it did not work well. So I removed initially it came with a zip tie, so I removed that one, make it more bendable, and then I bent this USB 3 in. So even during the process of installing this, I was afraid that I'm going to break something, especially the USB 3. You know, the USB 3 connecting point, they always has this kind of like protective thingy. I'm afraid of it being torn off. Another thing I'm afraid of is the RAM being pushed. However, since there's 2 sticks, so it should be alright. So like what I mentioned, you just need to know, just to consider your board and how the RAM versus the USB 3 connection and the power connection. These cables and the components will be fighting for space, and you have to factor all this during your installation process. Alright, so the ML10, nice, flexible. It costs US 60. Yes, the price is at US 60. So it's you might think it's high price because that's pretty much the price of a tower casing with many fans. So basically what I can say is that, well, you are paying for the good quality, the flexibility of this casing, and their R&D, of which I think they did a great job to design something so flexible. Besides that, there's the power adapter that I showed you. That one costs even more, which is US 80. Well, it's understandable because power bricks alone cost some money. It's paying for a power supply costs money. So this is like paying for a power supply, although it's of a low wattage, but it's for a tiny system like this. So what does it come with? As I shown you earlier, the connectors, the brick, the cable, and of course this thing to put inside the casing. So the whole package comes to what, 60 plus 80 US? That's 140 US. Whether it suits you, well, that's not for me to judge. I think it's still a great product at this price point. Given the flexibility, well, that's what you pay for. Great stuff from Silverstone. Go back from me. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so, as I need your support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Wait, before you go off, check out all these. These are the ITX casings that I have yet to build. And let's start with this one over here on my left. This is the Silverstone Sugo SG07, which is really old. I bought it during a warehouse sale by one of the local distributors. So I got it, yeah, a few years now. I have yet to build in it. And then there's a newer one, which I got it a few months back. I took a break, you guys know that, right? So I have not been building much. So this is the Sugo SG14, which is a very flexible, unlike the SG13. This is, ooh, wait till you guys see the video. And then this is the Geek G1 SE that just came in this week. I just bought it from someone. And yeah, I'm really excited to build all this. But things that are holding me back will be other projects, funding, because I need to buy parts, or it would be nice if some brands can send me parts, but generally I'll be using my own parts. And if you don't mind repeated components, yeah, why not? And then what else? What's the third thing? Yeah, all these videos I review products. Nowadays I will have B-rolls and such. So all these things takes time. It's not a straight up build, which I can usually get it done in 15-20 minutes minus cable management. But however, to actually document the process, now that takes time, and to convert into video, it's a long process. So if you guys like this this thing I'm doing, dabbling into the ITX things, small form factor casings, do give me a subscribe if you haven't, because I definitely need the funding to get this hobby going. And well, hopefully my sharing will be helpful to you as well. All right, that's it for this one. It's my second ending now. Bye bye. I'll see you in my upcoming videos. Subscribe. See you.